Well, uh, all the credit goes to Wayne Buckingham. Uh, we call him Big Buck, but he's not just a big body because he's got a big heart. And what he did for Sharon Wright last year and what he's doing for Brian this year is just phenomenal. And I was talking with Billy D earlier, and Coach Annie Tribble, who was the women's basketball coach before I came to Clemson, went to work for academic advisement, and Coach Tribble had a big influence on Wayne, helping him academically and getting him through. And I made the statement, actually my wife made the statement to me yesterday morning about how Coach Tribble would be so proud of Wayne and what he's doing. So just a great event, and just so pleased to be a part of it.
Tim, what does the Clemson family mean to you?
Well, I'm from a big family myself. I'm the 10th of 12 children. I know you find that hard to believe that I'm a 10, but I am. So family is the world to me, has been all my life. And I'm a Tennessean by birth, but I'm a Clemson Tiger by the grace of God. And I was so fortunate to become a Clemson Tiger. I was the 12th person to interview for the job in 1987. So, but just the way, my first visit to Clemson, when I had my interview, they had a baseball game that night. Coach Bill Wilhelm's team was playing somebody, I don't remember who. But after the interview, I went out to the baseball game, and there's Danny Ford sitting on the hill. Sitting down, he sat down and talked to me like he's known me all his life. And that's the way everybody was, just open arms. When you come to Clemson, that's just the way Clemson people are. Very welcoming, very gracious. So it's a great fit for me. I'm glad I was discovered.
You're a familiar face at Dabo's press conferences, basketball games, baseball games. How much fun is it for you to just kind of stick around and be a part?
Well, I've flunked retirement 4 times, but I'm trying to get it right this time, and that's what makes it fun. That's what I'm being able to just to be have a little bit of an inside look of what's going on, and knowing what goes into game preparation and Dabo's press conferences. You know, he kind of gives a little bit of a scouting report and doesn't go into any depth, of course, but. It's just fun to get to be a part of it, and I hope Clemson athletics always recognizes and makes a way for former players and former coaches and managers and trainers and physicians and to remain a part of the Clemson family.
What's it been like to have a front row seat to what Coach Butler's doing in the program, and what do you think about the direction of the women's basketball program?
Well, I've been doing some play-by-play, not play-by-play, but color on the ACC Network Extra and WCCP, and I get to go to some of her shoot-arounds, and I go to some practices, and she does a phenomenal job in game preparation and in game management. I mean, she does a great job on the sidelines in the heat of the moment, makes some great calls. And, you know, it's like anything else. We got to continue to recruit well. Good players make good coaches. I found that out a long time ago. So it's very important that we recruit the elite players if we're going to become an elite team. And but they work hard at it. That's all I can say. And I'm very proud of where the program is and where it's going.
How much has the game changed since you were coaching here at Clemson, and what's that look like for you?
Well, don't get me started. This transfer portal's never mind. It's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, you don't have the loyalty from the players to the school, to the universities that we used to have when Coach Ellis and I were coaching together. He just walked in, by the way. But so that part is missing for sure. The loyalty. I wish they would do something with the transfer portal. At least make them sit out a year. That'll make them think a little bit anyway. But you know, the inmates run the prison now. Don't quote me on that.
Are you surprised at the growth of women's basketball now across the country? There seems a lot of great programs with a lot of butts in seats.
Yeah, no, you're right. I'm not surprised, but I can remember when the real patriots and the founding members of women's basketball were people in the ACC, like, well, of course, Pat Summitt was at Tennessee, but you look at Kay Yao and Debbie Ryan and Chris Willer, who was at Maryland at that time. They were the foundation of women's basketball and helped tremendously with the growth of women's basketball. And we competed against them every year in the ACC. So my hat's off to those ladies. They are the heroes.